Hi Gemini, welcome back. So Gemini, this is going to be your month of November reading. And thank you for tuning in. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get started. Gemini, what can Gemini expect? Holy cow, you got 3 cards out. I wanted 1. You have the card of Jupiter here, which is all about expansion. The 11th house of the edge, might be a little edgy type of energy here. And then the card of Aquarius. Some of you might be dealing with one or have that in your birth chart. For others of you, this is just the energy surrounding you. So this is intense energy, Gemini, for real. It's all about, like I said, it's like an expansive type of vibe, okay? It is highlighting the 11th house, which is friendships, groups, creativity, your community, what you surround yourself with, etc. And it talks about your tribe, your soul tribe. And then with the Aquarius energy here, Gemini, it's all about, thinking outside the box and being unique, thinking in a more futuristic way, and even emotionally detaching yourself as it's needed during this time frame, as I feel that with all of this going on, that may be essential at some point, okay, for you to have that time there. So let's dive a little bit deeper and see what you can expect. I'm using some different cards for the November read in honor of Halloween. So they're a little bit darker than the cards I usually use, but feeling that vibe. All right. So, Gemini, let's see here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. Wow. Okay, so that's almost identical to what I was just saying, right? So it's the Ace of Cups in this deck is pretty dark. Yes, there's love here, but it's almost at like what cost, It's sometimes it may feel that way, or it's like having a lot of love surrounding you, but not being able to tap into it necessarily. For others of you, there's going to be new opportunities in love. I feel like there's going to be some new information here, some new clarity given. So 2 huge, expansive type of energies, right? And that's kind of what the initial reading was. And then going into the 8 of Pentacles, needing to really buckle down here, needing to work on self, needing to put your focus into the day-to-day matters, work, career, family, things like that, finance. And 4 of Cups. That's that emotionally detached energy, not feeling present in the present moment, focused on spilt milk. I just felt like very emotional right then. Sorry. I'm not really sure why that card made me feel very emotional. Some of you may be feeling that. I have a song in my head. And it's been in my head for 2 weeks. It also came out during Scorpio's read. Some of you might have a connection there. But it's the Only One by Sasha Sloan. And I can't be the only one who's lonely tonight. I can't be. Gotta be somebody out there. That's how I feel. This is deep. So I feel like at nighttime, you may let your mind go there or go to an emotional place. And I don't necessarily feel like it's bad. I feel like it's necessary. I just feel like that's when the emotions take over primarily. But then during the day, it's like you have full clarity on the situation. You're hard at work, you're back to your life, blah, 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 blah. And then there's these moments where you emotionally detach or isolate for some of you at night. And it's really a different frame of mind. It's a different place, that your mind goes to. A very, very emotional place here, for whatever reason that is. So let's see what that's about. Okay. 4 of Cups. Go a little bit deeper here, Gemini. The Nine of Swords. Look at this depiction here. Inundated by your thoughts. That's exactly what I was feeling. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's, you know, it's letting your mind take control, but not in a good way. It's letting anxiety take over. It's, you know, allowing your mind and your heart to go somewhere else. And then there's this flip energy where it's like during the day, you're able to turn that around and just, you know, be your authentic self or show yourself. But then it gets overwhelming at some point or at times during this time period. So yeah, intense vibes here. The guidance is to live in your truth here, okay, during this time frame. Continue to work hard on self, as I do see that will be paying out. What's this Ace of Cups here? Yeah. And I think the Strength card came up in your weekly reading that I did just a little bit ago. That was clarifying the Ace of Cups. Wanting to get a hold of that. I feel like you really want to be able to control what you show other people during this time period. You know, feeling strong emotions though, very strong emotions, okay? It's like a tidal wave coming through here. And then what can we expect? 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Well, your energy is very blue. Very blue. And then there's this spark that happens towards the end of the time period in November where I think that the heaviness, you just have, it's almost like it gets to the point where, yeah, you're taking on a lot, but you're ready to cut that situation off, surrender to that. So you may have a moment where you surrender to it and in some way that actually makes you feel more stable. Like sometimes you just need to purge, you know, whether that's anger, sadness, guilt, regret, whatever it is that you're carrying around. And I feel like you're carrying around a lot. There's like a purging of that. And in a way, it's like coming through and slashing all of it, clearing it all out so that you can be stable again. So you can have your brain back, because your brain's in overload, I feel. And it allows you to get to the truth of the matter, okay, and see it for what it is. Like I said, the guidance is to continue to work on your craft, on yourself, your home, your day-to-day. I think being present in the present moment will be important. I think it's going to be hard to do this month. I'm not going to lie to you. But I feel like there's a lot of love surrounding you, okay? There's new information to be had during this time. For some of you, new love. Renewed love for others. But there is a struggle here. Okay, and I feel like it's mostly inside of your head, honestly. And then there's a point where I feel like there's kind of like a F it point. You're like, screw it, you know? And then it starts the energy over. It's that pow energy that I felt with the Aquarius energy. It's disruptive and it's edgy. And it's a bit detached, but for some reason that detachment is helping you to expand, and things are changing, but yet they're expanding, right? There's a chance here to really start up a new beginning. And I think a part of you wants to rebel against that, and another part of you doesn't want to. But actually the advice here is to go ahead and expand. Go ahead. Expand yourself, because I do feel that there's luck here to be had, honestly, and exploration, new potentials. I saw 2 new potentials here. So, yeah. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Sorry, checking the time here. If you're dealing with someone in specific, that's what I'm going to go into now. If you're not dealing with anyone and you don't care to know, then that's where the reading ends. So, person Gemini is dealing with. Whoa. Okay. Grab that card. Ooh. You had two cards come out, the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. I feel like this person may be blocking the connection here, or you might be. There's some uncertainty here in what they're feeling. I feel like this person is very, very tied to you on a spiritual level or emotional level with the Two of Cups here. But also there's this protective vibe here, this protective mechanism, this not wanting to trust, not wanting to emotionally be vulnerable at times. You know, they may be hard to get to sometimes or hard to understand. And I feel deep down this person is quite emotional, quite emotional. I think that they're trying to find solitude and peace here. King of Cups now, Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So I think that this person is needing to gather themselves emotionally and spiritually, really, you know, really dive into that. And they may be isolating as well, or wanting to isolate so that they can heal themselves. The Four of Swords is a resting energy. I think that they want to move forward, but there's an inability to let go of the past, I feel. Wanting to walk away from that does not serve them anymore, but it's a bit of a stagnant energy here. I feel like for some of you, this person has really thought about this situation very long, and now they are trying to find their emotional fulfillment, and that may require distance or emotional distance or literally walking away, and that's what they're searching for. They're trying to work on themselves too. Nine of Cups here. Emotional fulfillment, working on that. Eight of Pentacles, wanting to work on that. So I feel like in order for this person to work on self, they are somewhat distant here, okay? And I feel on your side a lot of emotion going on, Gemini. But then there's clarity, but then there's emotion, and then there's like this tug of war type of thing, and then you're stuck in your head, and you know, Three of Swords at the bottom of your deck, and then wanting to move past that with the Six of Swords, moving forward. This person is Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and the Star card, wanting to heal emotionally, okay, but also feeling emotionally detached. Lots of repeating vibes here. I think that this person has to try something new in order to push past this energy. And I think they're very much in their thoughts here, you know, but I feel like there's also a lot of uncertainty here. I think they feel a lot, you know, but may not be expressing it all the time, or not expressing it at all, you know, silence here. And then it's kind of like, well, begrudgingly, you know, moving forward to some degree or another. And then there's the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things and places and people and emotions that are not in their highest good, and walking into emotional fulfillment. But it's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take energy. Yeah, and I think they're right on the precipice of that. The Two of Wands here. Looking out for that, waiting for that. That's what I feel here. So I feel that, Gemini, your overall guidance is to... oh, there's a massive amount of ringing in my ears. Sorry. Is to stay in your truth. Be emotionally strong. I think it's gonna, you're only one person, you know, so I think that it might get the best of you here or there. But I feel that it's a surrendering energy, and that's what's being asked of you, is to surrender to what you cannot control and focus on what you can. And that brings about stability here. Okay, like I said, I see new opportunities here, very nice opportunities to work on self. Some of you, new love. Some of you, new information that you've been waiting on is here. But there's multiple layers to this situation, multiple layers to the way that you're feeling, I feel. And this person too, you know, this person too, wanting to work on themselves, find their, you know, finding emotional fulfillment, wanting to work on things with you for some of you, you know, if this is like an intimate partnership. So it might be a little bit emotional distance here, but then working on that, finding that happiness here. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with during this time frame. I have lots of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sag. I have the sign of Leo here. I have Aquarius. Could be Cancer, Pisces. Could be Libra, Gemini. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I see here. But that could just be the energy surrounding you. That could be in your birth chart, or this person's birth chart. It's going to be different for all of you. So take it as it resonates. I wish you the very best either way. And until next time, Gemini. Namaste. Bye.